Hola, informe. Bueno, ya lo estáis viendo. Ya estáis viendo quién es. Baryon, me lo habéis pedido muchos. Bueno, iba a decir que tiene una Godran, pero es que ahora tiene la Godran a nivel 1. No te digo nada. Que nos lo diga él. Hi, Baryon. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm jealous as shit because you got such an amazing run, and every run so fast is so crazy. Congratulations on it's awesome, man. How has
Yeah,
it?
thank you. It's been a crazy year.
Yeah. You know what? I'm really. You know, each no hitter has its own way of celebrating a finished no hit run. Like Hope yells like he's crazy. Dino is so emotional. You always seem so stunned and so surprised. Why is it?
I am surprised. I don't know. Uh, I don't know. Every run, you try to play the same way every time, and like most of your run, 99, whoever you are, 99% of your runs, you're gonna get hit. So I don't know, the 1% where it actually happens, it's always a surprise for me.
Yeah, but at some point you need to give yourself the credit of I'm fucking awesome at this because you really are. Lately you've been killing it.
Yeah, I mean, I think for like single game runs, it's a bit more like measured, I think, at this point. Because I used to like scream and jump around and stuff, like
Mm.
especially before I like was on camera and all that. But I think after like a few years of experience, it kind of like becomes a bit more normal, I guess. But it never gets old, that's for sure.
Yeah, do you still get the same feeling of anxiety at the end of the run?
Yeah, uh, yeah. Even like a run I just did, which is like a Dark Souls 1 sorcery only, all bosses no
Mm.
hit. That's not a run it's like it's a hard run, but it's not like the hardest run you could do or anything. Even at the end of that, I was like, oh man, I need to nail this parry on Gwyn. Like,
Yeah,
I need to make sure I don't get hit by the knights. Like, so it's I don't know. For me, that anxiety will probably never go away. I'm better at managing it now than I used to be, but um, I think it'll always be there, which I think that's a good thing because I want to care, you know,
yeah,
and
yeah. I
I'm
mean,
glad I do care.
of course, it seems like it's still important for you.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah, for sure.
How long have you been doing no hit runs?
Well, about 3 years. My Dark Souls 1 was my first ever run, just the any percent, and I used like Hobbs route for that, and that was I think like October of 2021, and then I like went through the other games at that point. So yeah, I guess 3 years.
That's wait. I I just got into your Team Hitless profile. How many runs did you do this year?
This year, let's
Two,
see,
2 million? Like it's
2 million.
that's a lot of runs. And
Probably a little less than that. I don't know what the first run. Well, I got the God run.
the God Run trilogy, no hit, no damage.
Yeah, that was all this year.
A lot of
Well, yeah. So I got the God run on Christmas last year.
yeah.
So
Oh,
then I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a few. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, that was all this year, I guess.
Soulsborne SL1, DS2 all bosses.
Yeah. Oh,
Two,
you're doing that one, right?
I'm doing that one, yes, but I'm slower than you. It's it's a really hard run.
Yeah, I wish my DS2 bosses was faster because like Shilky and some of the other DS2 runners have really fast DS2s.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to copy them, but they are so fast. It's so hard.
I know, yeah, and they're willing to have like 92 ADP
Hmm.
and stuff,
Yeah,
or 92 agility,
they don't
and I'm
care.
like,
I
I
do
want I
care.
want more for like Mytha and Sinner and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And trilogy always game bosses, no hit run. You got that one as well.
Yeah, that was a YOLO. So I got the first time I got DS2 all vanilla bosses, I was able to like also do DS3 and DS1 right after that
Oh, that's
somehow.
yeah, that's what you call YOLO. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, DS2 is the hard one. Like,
hmm
yeah, the other two aren't too bad.
Do you think the YOLO thing helps you get runs because you don't really take them that seriously? Like this isn't gonna work, and it works.
That is definitely like a defense mechanism.
Ah,
Like, yeah, I mean, it's a lot. Oh, that's my cat.
hello.
Hi, Penny. I have two cats. Um, yeah, definitely. I mean, I remember a year ago, like we were talking about the God Run, like whenever I used to be on like game 4 or 5 or anything like that, like, and I would go off stream after beating game 3. I would have like such anxiety throughout the day, like when I
Yeah.
wasn't streaming, and I would be like, oh my God, like, I'm so worried about Vort, or like so worried about like phalanx or something, like,
Mhm.
and I think it's because that run was a longer grind. Like that took a couple months between like prep and attempts and all that. So like for me, when it's been going on longer, it's like more stress, I guess, because like you're just you just have this like crippling anxiety. Like for me at least, I have this crippling anxiety all day about
I
like
had it,
I'm gonna
yeah.
mess this up, like yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah, the night before the God Run, game 5 for me was weird. Yeah.
Yeah,
You keep thinking, what if I get hit on Gundyr so early?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I guess
You
it
you've
helps.
finished on Dark Souls 3, right?
I finished on Dark Souls 2, but the Last
Dark Souls
Giant
2.
is the
Oh,
same
okay. Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah, what if
that's
I
right.
get hit on the Pursuer or some crazy shit?
Yeah, yeah. I think Vega did Dark Souls 3
Yeah,
finish, which I think that's the best one for sure to
you.
finish on. But
It's the
for
coolest
me,
one.
Dark Souls 3 is like it's kind of scary, like this like high wall and like DSA and stuff. Like there's stuff you can get hit by in Dark Souls 3.
There's some RNG involved. Yeah.
Yeah,
Out of all the runs you have accomplished, which are a lot, which is your favorite?
my favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, the God Run will always be special.
Mm.
Um, just I think that was the moment where I like was really like, okay, I'm pretty good at these at these runs, Um, I don't know, but there's like so many runs that are so fun too. Like, Dark Souls 3 Bandit Knife only is just such a fun run. Like,
Mm.
it's not like any harder than any percent, but it's so fun. Like Pyromancy in Dark Souls 3 is so fun. But I mean, like in terms of favorite runs, like I don't think anything can beat the original God Run. Like the first God Run you beat is just like it's so special.
Not even this one? Not even the SL1?
I just I don't know. It's gonna sound like kind of weird, but it's when it's like not a grind, like
Mm.
when you get lucky and stuff, it's
Yeah.
not as special, I think.
You're saying you
Um,
got lucky?
I did get lucky.
Uh,
Like I'm still working on it. But I want to do a montage because like
mm.
there's so many moments in the run where I like legitimately should have been hit and I somehow wasn't. And I'm like, I don't know, like I don't know how I escaped. Like, there's like a 20% chance I would have escaped, this thing and this thing and this thing, and it's like you add all the odds together, like it was an incredibly lucky run. Yeah.
But come on, when you get this kind of year, you have no right in the world to say you're lucky, Mariano.
I mean, I think you need both. Like Nico Dinos and Gal talks about this all the time. Like you have to be like lucky and good.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and I think to be more generous to myself, like you make your own luck sometimes. Like
Hmm.
you see so many situations. Hi Penny. You see so many situations and like you just you learn to adapt and you can kind of improvise out of things. Um, so it was a very lucky run, but you have to be prepared for luck to go your way sometimes.
Right. Now, Mariano, ¿hablas español?
Un poco.
Oh,
No, not really.
you just know some.
I learned one sentence for this podcast.
Which is it?
Chuso Montero tiene un pene masivo.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I watched Nico's podcast and he said the same thing in that podcast.
Yeah. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
And you said it well. Yeah, you got it.
Thank you. I practiced.
Talking about practice, do you practice the runs a lot?
Um, it depends on what I'm doing. Like for Dark Souls 2 all bosses, I practiced a lot. Um, like And for Sekiro, like I recently did a whole like Sekiro arc where I
Hmm.
beat a few Sekiro runs. Like
As
I was
well
practicing
this
that like
year.
yeah. I practice that like every day. Like, sorry, Penny keeps
That's perfectly
getting
fine.
all in the way. Yeah, she's so cute. Um, I practiced a ton of Sekiro just because I felt like it was my weakest game, and I really wanted to get better at it, and I felt very like for me practicing it was like exciting and motivating and stuff. So it depends on what I'm doing. Like if I'm on the God run or something, I don't really practice like I'm not gonna load up like a any percent Cinder save state and practice Cinder or
Hmm.
anything. Um, but for like a new run, definitely, yeah.
Do you think anyone can do a no-hit run?
I think so, yeah. Like, it's like Ratatouille, anyone can cook. Um, yeah, like I I'll say can. Yeah, anyone can do a no-hit run. Mentally it can be exhausting for some people and like, it's the anxiety at the end of the run is not for everybody. So like from a mental perspective,
Yeah.
like it took it for me at least, it took me a while to get accustomed to disappointment and like, you know, being like sad and angry like when I get hit and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
uh but I think anybody who has the mindset for it that like wants to practice and like loves the games, like totally. Like they're I don't think I'm particularly like I've tested my reaction speed. I have like below average reaction speed. Like
Well, that's
I don't
not
think I'm
everything, you know?
yeah, but I'm saying like, I don't think there's like a natural gift
Uh-huh,
people
I
have
see.
for it. I think it's more, you know, how devoted you are and like willing you are to get better.
Also, there's people that learn faster than other, but
That's true. Yeah.
if you keep going, I also think everyone can get it.
Yeah.
Just be prepared. It will be a grind, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And do you have any advice for these new runners that can come?
For new runners, I think the biggest mistake I made, I don't know about a mistake, but like I only watched like one runner. I only watched Hob.
Hmm.
And,
I'm sorry about that.
what's that?
I'm sorry about you learning the TS1 from Hub.
It's you learn on hard mode and then
Yeah.
and then everything else is easy once you see good strats and stuff. No, I love you, Hob. Um, no, but watch other runners. You can like there are tools you can use to find different kinds of runs. Like watch big runners, watch small runners, watch fast runners, watch slow runners. Like, and you got to figure out your own style. Like for me, I like efficient routes, but not necessarily like fast, speedy routes. For example, so
Mm.
like figuring out, I like to be fast. Like I like even if something is a little more risky, I'll still be fast. Like some people are like that. Like Manu, for example, fantastic, like fast runner. And then some people are slow, like Hav and Nico and Jay. Like they like to take their time and talk to people. So I think figuring out your style and watching a lot of different kinds of runs is important.
Yeah, everything is fine. You can be slow and be a great runner, like
Totally.
Dino, of course. That's great. Thank you so much for the interview, Marion.
Yeah. Thank
That's
you.
amazing. Just one last thing. I know Spanish people. Can we see the cat?
We see the cat.
Yeah.
I can make that happen. Wait one sec. I have to go off video for a second.
Yeah. That he's so cute.
Yeah, this is Ramses.
Ramsey.
It's my
Oh, that's
my
Ramses.
best buddy. Yeah. So he's in all my like stream art and stuff. He's playing with his sister right now.
I see, I see. Thank you so much, Marion.